Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is Brenda coming at you from Aruba. Best deployment ever.
Did you bring the suntan lotion?
Oh, well, we are from the Wisconsin Telecommunicator Emergency Response Task Force. I'm definitely not used to needing too much sunscreen in Wisconsin.
No.
We both work for the Oak Creek and St. Francis Combined Dispatch Center, soon to be merging with South Milwaukee as well. I've been with the department for 15 years, supervising for the past 10, currently a third shift dispatch supervisor. I joined WI-TERT in 2010, became Southeast Regional Coordinator in 2015, and stepped into the state coordinator role in 2021.
And I'm Brenda. I'm the second shift dispatch supervisor. I've been with the department for 23 years, been a supervisor for 2, and I've been the Southeast Wisconsin coordinator for 2 years. I believe I've been a member of TERT for 5. I really wasn't keeping track, but I believe it's been 5.
Close to that. We are going to be periodically sharing some brief training videos and tips and tricks that we've picked up over the years. If there's anything that you would like to share with us or topics you'd like to see covered, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. We can be contacted via the Wisconsin Telecommunicator Emergency Response Task Force Facebook page, or via email, which we'll share at the end of this training segment. So today we would like to talk a bit about adaptability, which is the ability to adjust to new conditions. As 911 dispatchers, we are the very definition of adaptable. We never know what's going to be on the other end of the line that we're picking up. It could be a barking dog complaint, someone needing an ambulance and CPR instructions, someone asking how to cook a turkey, or an active shooter.
Or that cute kid that needs help with his math problem.
Very true. As WI-TERT members, we need to be especially adaptable. We never know when there's going to be a deployment request, what the nature of the disaster is going to be, or the types of working conditions we're going to find ourselves in. I could definitely find myself in this working condition.
Me too. Can we go?
I wish. To add to that, things are constantly developing and changing in our industry. Next Gen 911 is bringing about all sorts of new technology, like text and video to 911. Radio systems are being upgraded. CAD systems have continuous updates and new features all the time. So our job's pretty great because it keeps us on our toes and we're constantly learning. It definitely is not dull.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a lot more to adaptability than simply rolling with the punches or going with the flow. So breaking it down, what is adaptability really?
It could be adjusting your thoughts and thinking in response to change, managing positive and negative emotional responses to change. There are those people that don't like that change because it's not the way we did things, but change can be good. Altering your behavior to response to change.
Adaptability and resilience definitely go hand in hand. And the beauty of it is that we have power over how we respond and react to things. So how can we be better equipped to adapt to changes in our environment? A huge part of it is psychological preparedness. So it's definitely important to have a sense of humor, especially in our line of work. They say laughter is the best medicine, and it really is a great coping mechanism for the stress that we encounter on the job, as well as keeping things light when we're dealing with some of the pretty dark aspects of humanity. Practicing mindfulness and breathing exercises can also be extremely helpful. Getting into a regular practice can definitely rewire your brain and help you be in a more relaxed state on a regular basis. We all breathe, so learning some simple breathing techniques to use between calls, especially when we really don't have time to get up and take a break, can really do wonders to reset your body's fight or flight response. There's thousands of videos out there on YouTube or meditation apps that you can use to find techniques that work for you. Attitude is everything. Adjusting the way that you react to and perceive things will not only make you happier in general, but also will help you build and strengthen your relationships and communication with others.
And those bad calls you take, if that person's yelling at you, you have to remember they're not yelling at you as a person, They're just yelling about the situation that they're in.
Exactly. Gain an awareness of trauma responses and indicators of fatigue. And along with that, acknowledge and understand your personal triggers and have a coping plan set up for what to do when you find yourself struggling. That might be as simple as carving out time for a bubble bath or knowing who you can reach out to if you need someone to talk to. Maintain a solid stress management and self-care regimen. Healthy diet and regular exercise routine are always recommended. But this also involves making time for the things in your life that you're the most passionate about. Whether it's spending time with family, friends, and pets, hobbies like reading, gardening, traveling to Aruba.
Oh, please.
This is something that looks different for everybody, but it's important to identify and practice what works best for you. Another part of building up our adaptability is practical readiness. And this is probably even more important in our line of work.
Absolutely.
Never stop learning or feeding your curiosity.
You look for those free trainings. There's a lot of trainings out there. They not necessarily always get emailed to you. Just sometimes, even if you're slow night, Google it. There's so many free things out there that you can take.
Absolutely. And we all talked about the constant changes in our industry. Look into that as well. Learning about what's to come will help you better yourself and strengthen your skills and feel ready. Embrace change. It's going to happen. So instead of actively resisting it, look for the silver linings and remind yourself that practice makes perfect. We didn't get to where we were at overnight. It's a long learning process. Mentor others and learn by teaching others. Brenda and I have been members of the dispatch training unit for our department and communication training officers for many, many years. I don't know about you, but I found that being a trainer at the department has helped me immensely on committing things to memory and building my overall skills and knowledge.
As well as looking over those things that you don't do on an everyday basis, those things that come up once every few years. You have to teach the new person those things, and it's a good reminder for you.
Absolutely. Leave your ego at the door is another good one. One of the wisest things you can do is admit that you don't know. Open yourself up to learning from others. It doesn't mean that you're not great at what you do. Conversely, it'll actually make you better. We all have unique backgrounds and experiences, and a team is stronger because of it. And this is definitely a job that requires teamwork.
Yes.
Situational preparedness and planning ahead go hand in hand. If you really want a job, you're not going to show up for the interview all unprepared in your pajamas. So with our line of work, be aware of your resources, where to find information, take in all the information from trainings that you attend, talk to coworkers who have dealt with incidents that you haven't yet experienced, things like that. And then definitely rehearse and refresh that information. The what if game is always great to do during downtime.
We play that a lot.
Yeah. What would you do if you took a call of a house on fire, a rollover accident, or a water rescue? Rehearsing and refreshing yourself on the standard procedures for critical incident types that don't happen often will definitely help you feel more confident and prepared for when they inevitably do happen. And then lastly, concentrate on what's within your span of control. You might have little to no control over whether your insurance premiums are going to increase this year, but you do have control over your personal budgeting. If there's nothing you can do about a particular situation to affect any kind of change whatsoever, then just don't worry about it. It's not worth your time. Instead, focus on the things that you can control and try to come up with short-term manageable steps towards completing your goals. So that is all we have for you today. Here is our contact information. If you'd like any further information or have any suggestions for trainings you'd be interested in, visit us on Facebook.
I'm Brenda.
I'm Sarah.
See ya.
Bye. Let's go snorkeling.
Really?
Yeah.
Scuba diving?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.